Hi, I'm Patti Paige, cookie cutter designer and owner of Baked Ideas in New York City. So let's make the cookies. We've got some dough here that's been refrigerated, and I'm gonna take some out. We'll start with a small piece. We're gonna put some flour down on the board so the dough doesn't stick. Spread it out a little bit. And don't worry about the extra flour. This dough can handle quite a bit of flour. So I'm gonna get it down on the board and we're gonna roll it out. I use these bands on the end of my rolling pin just because it helps you keep from rolling the dough out too thin. And it's nice, you don't have to worry about rolling, you just concentrate on the size of your piece, and all your cookies will be the same thickness. Okay, if it starts to stick a little, just sprinkle a little more on top. And you don't have to worry also if the dough gets a little crackly, because you're going to be icing these cookies. I paint the icing on. You're going to be icing these cookies. So if there are a few little cracks in the dough, it won't matter. So that feels good. It's just the even all along. So we're going to cut out. Let's cut the house first. We'll make about 3 of each cookie. So I press evenly on the top of the cutter, and then we'll see. Sometimes the piece comes up in the cutter and sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't, we'll just pick it up with a spatula. So I'm going to cut 3 houses, and we'll get them up. Right? So I sometimes take my hand and just slide the cookie off the spatula, and we'll get the last one. Just want to make sure it's not sticking to the board. Okay, so we've got 3 houses, and I'm just going to go under here and make sure it's not sticking so we can cut the dog. I'm going to give it a little extra roll. Again, make sure it's not sticking. And we'll do Julia. Now you might want to take a little flour and dip her smaller pieces in the flour, because those can tend to get stuck in the dough. So again, I'm going to press evenly on her, and see, sometimes you're lucky and they just come right out with the cutter. And then you just take it over to the sheet and gently poke it out, and then you get to keep the exact right shape. I'm going to do that again because that worked out well. Cut her, and make sure you press everywhere in case your cutter isn't perfectly flat. That way you make sure you're cutting her out totally. Yep, she came out again. Just gently poke the tail and the feet and the ears so they don't break off. And we'll do it one more time. Yep. Okay, so that's 3 of each cookie. And if we wanted to make some more, we could just, roll up the scraps. Again, don't worry about the flour, because this dough, you can roll it a couple of times and it'll still be great. These cookies are ready for the oven, and then I'm going to keep rolling. Yep, they look great. They look all nice and crispy, just how I like them. And then I've decorated some, so let me show you how much they actually turned out to look like the actual picture. This is Julia, and she looks just like her little happy self. And the house came out great. I think my neighbors are gonna love it. Looks just like the house. So get creative and have fun making yours.